These are 9 key lessons from the psychology of money that changed my mindset about money.
Lesson 1. You are not crazy when it comes to money. No one is. No matter how irrational your financial decisions may seem, you aren't crazy. Your money habits come from your unique life experiences. Your background and life experiences influence how you manage money, your savings, investing, and spending habits. So even if your financial choices seem weird to others, they make perfect sense to you. Your decision making, including investment decision, is based on what you know and think. You can read what it was like to lose everything during, say, the Great Recession, but you'll never bear the emotional scars of those who survived it and are now afraid to invest again. It's important to remember then that until you've lived through a financial crisis and felt its consequences, you will never understand why people behave the way they do. In summary, everyone looks at money through the lens of their past experiences. Lesson number 2. It's not about who earns more, it's about who saves more. You can build wealth even with a modest income. With the right financial decision making, but without a high savings rate, it's nearly impossible. In his book, Housel traces the link between good investing, saving a substantial portion of your income, and adopting a humble, frugal lifestyle. You can increase your savings by resisting the urge to keep up with others. Plus, the best thing about saving money is that it brings you options, flexibility, and the chances to wait for opportunities. It gives you time to think and the freedom to change your path on your terms. In the 1970s, it appeared that the world was going to run out of oil. The rate of oil consumption was increasing faster than the rate of oil production. But those predictions did not account for the new efficiency technology would create. The US now uses 65% less energy per dollar of GDP than in the 1950s. What can we learn from this? Is that saving is like that oil. It's easier and more effective to use the already available wealth more efficiently than to find new resources. Lesson number 3. Compounding is the secret weapon. Compound interest, or compounding, is a powerful force behind building your savings. Essentially, it's the interest you earn on the interest over time. In good investing, the key isn't chasing the highest return, but earning consistently good investment return over the longest time. A formula where compounding works, it's magic. For example, Warren Buffett, an American businessman, investor, and philanthropist, is renowned for his investment prowess, financial knowledge, and immense wealth. Warren Buffett's fortune isn't due to just being a good investor. Rather, it's due to being a good investor since he was a child. The counterintuitive nature of compounding leads even the smartest of us to overlook its enormous power. Buffett's disciplined approach to consistent long-term investing allowed him to unlock the power of compounding. Lesson number 4. Luck and risk are more important than your hard work and skills. Success and poverty are not solely the results of hard work or laziness. Luck and risk play substantial roles when it comes to long-term financial planning, and some factors are outside your control. Using Bill Gates as an example, Housel illustrates the impact of luck. Gates' success was influenced by luck, such as attending a high school with a computer. Yes, they were a rarity back then. And risk, like his friend Evans dying in a mountaineering accident. Recognizing the role of luck in success and risk in failure cultivates humility and compassion. To account for risk and luck in decision, an investor should 1. Avoid idolizing of specific investors when it comes to be known how much luck or risk influenced by their success. 2. Focus less on specific individuals and case studies and more on broad patterns. Lesson number 5. You're getting money, but are you keeping it? Also write that if you had to summarize money success in a single word, it will be survival. Not growth, brains, or insight, but survival. The ability to stick around for a long time without wiping out or being forced to give up makes the biggest difference when it comes to making money. Compounding only works if you can give assets years to grow. To achieve financial success, balancing risk-taking and optimism with humility, fear, and frugality is important. Recognize that hard-earned money can disappear quickly and attribute some of your success to luck. 40% of companies successfully enough to become publicly traded lose all their value over time. The Forbes 400 list has, on average, a 20% turnover rate per decade. To avoid these fates, investors should 1. Prioritize being financially unbreakable over bigger returns. Build the possible and likely failure of any plan into your plans. Develop a personality that optimistic yet paranoid. Lesson 6. Failures and errors are inevitable. Have a room for errors when estimating your future returns. For his own investment, Housel assumes that the future returns he will earn in his lifetime will be 1/3 lower than the historic average. So he saves more than he would if I assume the future will resemble the past. It has margin of safety. The most important part of every plan is planning your plan, not going according to plan. Lesson 7. Wealth is what you don't see. We tend to judge wealth by what we see because that's the information we have in front of us. But the truth is that wealth is what you don't see. Rich is a current income, nice car purchase, diamonds bought, but wealth is hidden. It's an option not yet taken to buy something later. Not knowing the difference is a source of countless poor money decisions. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. Lesson number 8. Remember that goals and desires evolve. Long-term planning of finances for both personal and businesses needs is challenging as your personal finance goals evolve with time. Your desire shifts and what matters today may not in a decade. Housel writes, imagining a goal is easier and fun. Imagining a goal in the context of a real life stress that grow with competitive pursuits is something entirely different. When you are making a long-term decision, then remember to avoid the extreme ends of financial planning and accept the reality of changing your mind. Accepting personal evolution is crucial in any investment strategy. Housel recommends keeping your financial plan flexible to adapt to your changing needs and priorities in life. Finally, the end goal is freedom. Housel reminds us that the final objective of financial planning and investing is to free up our time and give us the freedom to do what we want. By making wise financial decisions that build wealth, we gain control over our time and our lives. And after all, success is just the ability to choose the life we want.